Welcome to the Generation Kids Daily Devo podcast, where we move from wonder to worship, looking for God at work in the world around us, ready to ask the tough questions and discover what His Word has to say to us. Today's episode is titled, If You're First, You're Last, and it comes from me, Casey Taylor. One of the things that sets the kingdom of God apart from any earthly kingdom is how the rules of the kingdom are so very different than a normal kingdom. There are places of honor in earthly kingdoms where the highest ranking officials sit. But in the kingdom of God, the places of honor are reserved for the lowly. And those who would desire a high place in the kingdom are told to make themselves servants. And we'll look at other examples this week as we take a look at the upside-down kingdom of God that turns the rules of power and honor upside down and gives us a clearer picture of who the king of this kingdom is and who he desires for us to be as members of this upside-down kingdom. Recently, I was thinking about how in the 90s, people used to line up outside of department stores late on Thanksgiving night and sometimes even camp out to try and be the first in line to a store's Black Friday deals, which at the time only counted on items in the store because there wasn't really online shopping available yet. So any deals that you wanted, you had to be there in person for. The wildest part would be that once the doors opened, these normal people who love their families, some of whom went to church and volunteered, would literally get into fistfights or shoving matches. And all in an attempt to get that killer deal, they themselves would turn into stone-cold, ruthless animals, all to save a buck. But prior to that, people would spend the entire night of their family Thanksgiving holiday waiting in lawn chairs, tents, or standing in line in the cold to try and earn the opportunity to buy a TV for a few $100s cheaper than normal, or for a child's toy that might have been in limited supply. But one of my favorite things that some stores started to do was to have someone from the store walk up and down the line and try to find someone to show a little holiday cheer to, who might not have been near the front of the line, and give them the opportunity to get in on those Black Friday deals that their own spot in line might not have given them access to. Sometimes even finding someone near the very back of the line and offering them, the people who hadn't skipped out on Thanksgiving dessert in order to get in line, the deal that people in the front of the line wanted. This is a little like how the kingdom of God works.
So the last will be first and the first last. Matthew 20, verse 16.
In the world, much of life looks like people fighting it out over who gets to be at the front of the line when it comes to dishing out power, opportunity, status, or any number of desirable things. But Jesus, in the book of Matthew, tells those that he was teaching that if we desire to be first in the kingdom, we must count ourselves as being last here on earth. If we want a place of honor in the kingdom, we must serve others here on earth. Jesus gives an upside-down version of the kingdom of God from any earthly kingdom. He says that in order to be first, we must consider our needs last. It would be like seeing that kid in the back of the line and giving up our place at the front of the line so that they might see a picture of what the kingdom of God offers, allowing them to receive the benefits, honor, and position that being at the front of the line offers. It's what Jesus did. He, the king, the one sitting at the right hand of the Father, the place of honor, wound up leaving, coming down to earth to serve his disciples, to wash their feet, to die for them in their place, that they might receive a place of honor in the kingdom of heaven because of Jesus and his sacrifice. And if Jesus can forgo a place of honor to allow others the opportunity to be called sons and daughters of God, can't you and I put aside our desires for honor and special attention and serve those around us who don't have all that we do? The homeless, the outcasts, the less fortunate, or the weak. Because this is what an upside-down kingdom looks like. Trading our honor for a more lowly place that others might get to experience the glory of heaven here on earth in hopes that they might develop a taste for that kingdom and alongside us get to experience the riches of heaven eternally. Now it's time for
Today's Big Question!
Today's big question is, if you knew that sacrificing an advantage that you rightly had would mean that someone else became a believer in Jesus and was saved because of it, would you give up your advantage and allow someone else to take priority so that in your sacrifice, Jesus' light might shine brightly? Because you really never know. That might be exactly what's on the line when you decide to serve someone else. Ask God how He might allow you to use the position in life that He's given you to see someone else benefit, so that they might taste and see that the Lord is good. And maybe your being last will allow someone else to be first now, that you both might sit in a place of honor as children of God in the kingdom of God, together forever. Thanks for listening to the Generation Kids Daily Devo podcast. If you want to keep in touch with us on all our social media platforms, check out the links in the description. And if you'd like to help support us as we continue to create meaningful content for kids of all generations, please subscribe to our Patreon by visiting us at patreon.com/wearegenerationkids.